Hello, this is Nicole Whitlock with eCom Sellers, and this is the product sourcing part 2 workshop. So I'm your trainer. I am your host. We've actually started this twice now, so hopefully this session will work. In any case, I'm glad that you're here. We're going to get into product sourcing. Just got to move the little controller thing. There we go. Out of the way. So in any case, this is part 2 of the product sourcing workshop. In part 1, we covered a lot. We're going to revisit some of the stuff we covered in part 1. And I'm just going to double check to make sure we're good to go in our Facebook group, because we had some problems just a second ago. So let me go back, just double checking. All right, we are working now. All right. So today we're going to be covering Etsy sourcing, eBay sourcing, Walmart sourcing, Amazon, Shopify, and some do's and don'ts. We're also going to revisit some of the things that we covered in part 1 because it is relevant for the stuff that we're going to be covering today. So as part of part 1, one of the activities I gave you was to actually do some reconnaissance, to do some research. I'm always asked the question, what to source? I don't know what to sell. I don't know what to list. I don't know where to get the stuff. I don't know what to sell it for, like all of those questions. Now, what to sell it for, you're going to do some research to do that. But what to sell, it's going to also be some research, but you need to figure out who the suppliers are that have the item once you figure out what it is that you're going to sell. Now, the sequence of events of what you're supposed to do before you acquire any inventory or decide what you're going to list is you should be doing a little bit of product research. You should be doing some research and then product research. Once you figure out what the product is, then you're going to go ahead and acquire it. Acquiring it is the sourcing activity. Okay, the product sourcing of getting the item, and then your next step is to create the listing. So this is what we're going to be covering today: getting items, where to get items, where to get stuff to sell or products to sell, where to get inventory. This is what we're covering. So the first activity from last week that I suggested that you do is to compile a list of stores that are in your area. This is extremely important because this is going to give you some insight as to what your options are. I'm not talking just big stores, big box stores. I'm talking about local mom and pops. I'm even talking about your convenience store. There are times that you can walk into places and start to get product ideas. You'll be inspired by something. You'll also maybe pick up an item that you happen to find in your local mom and pops, or even the convenience store, your smaller stores, your medium-sized stores. Flip it over, look in the back, and you can find out who the supplier is. Most of us walk around with a mobile phone, so you can just take a picture of the back of anything and then go do the research when you get home. That's always a great thing to do. But the first thing you need to start with is really paying attention or recognizing the stores that are in your area. That includes cigar stores, pet stores, candle stores. There's like art stores, all of these different types of stores, including your copy stores, like your FedEx office. Like, you can go into some of them and they will be selling products. Every time you go into UPS, you go into FedEx, or you go into US Postal Service, like even they have products that they sell. Not that we can sell those products, but my point is there are products being sold to you all day long, everywhere you go, no matter where you go in, even your insurance agent's office. Like, there's something in there besides insurance coverage that they're going to be selling. So write down all of the stores that are in your area. I would start with stores that are at least within a 20-mile radius. Every big and small store. Okay. Next is I would do a Google search when you're trying to figure out if you need to find the locations, then how many locations you have for the store. Use Google to help you to do that. But when you do find a product that you think is potentially going to be one of those things that you want to sell, this is sort of a small product research task, but I would do a Google search and start typing the first couple of letters of whatever it is. I suggested last week talking about flat irons because ceramic flat irons. I should not talk so fast, but ceramic flat irons. Those are like, curlers for your hair. And some people really like the ceramic flat iron over any other flat iron. But if you just type in ceramic, you'll figure out what are the things that people are searching for. And maybe it's not a ceramic flat iron. Maybe it is something else that starts with CER, and you discover, hey, this thing is in demand. The first couple of letters or first couple of words of whatever it is that you type the first couple of letters for will indicate the demand for something. So if it pops up at the top of the search, like if you did a search on MOTH right now, Mother's Day gifts, Mother's Day ideas, Mother's Day, you know, well, I already used the word gifts, ideas, products are probably going to come up first if I did that random Google search. So type in the first couple of letters, and sometimes that will lead you down another path of other potential products that you could be selling. Now that, again, that's sort of a quasi product research hack. The other thing is to write down the last 5 products that you purchased and the last 5 stores you went to. So you went to 5 stores. What were the 5 things or one thing that you purchased at those stores? You went in there for something. The stores are there for a reason. It could be grocery stores, which a lot of us go to grocery stores a lot, but we don't always just pick up groceries at the grocery store. We pick up a variety of different things at the grocery store. So writing down, the last 5 stores and then the things that you purchased. So if I went down my list, it's going to be a hard one to try to remember all of them, but I know I've been to the Dollar Tree, and I know I've been to Five Below. I think we also went to Target, but we went to Lowe's and a few grocery stores like Aldi's and things like that. And then what were the things that I purchased? Whatever you're putting in your cart, that's what other people are needing to buy, especially during these times, because people are mainly interested in buying necessities. Necessities are the biggest thing that's going to be selling, possibly for the next 6 to 9 months. Now, in the next 6 to 9 months, we're going to pass Christmas. So there's going to be still some luxury items, some things that people want to have, but don't necessarily need. But necessities are going to be a big deal. So you need to start keeping track of, to some extent, what you buy, because what you buy, other people will buy. That includes your boxes of macaroni and cheese and your boxes of mashed potatoes. If you're not a shelf-stable box buyer, then maybe there's some seasonings that you're buying, or some sauces that you're buying, or marinades that you're buying, other types of spices that you're buying. Maybe there are things that you're running out of, like plastic forks, spoons, and knives, or paper plates, or napkins, toilet paper. Like, you could be going through the list: toothbrush, toothpaste, things that you're buying that are necessities. Write those down. That will give you some ideas, because if you're buying them, other people need to buy them too. And the last thing I would suggest is also pay attention to areas of the store where the shelves are bare. Go read what was supposed to be in that spot. Now, it could be in some stores that they're setting up for whatever the next season or next big holiday is, and so the shelf is bare for that reason. But if it's not the seasonal area of the store, then you probably want to find out what's going on. Maybe there is a shortage of something. And so if you acquire it, you can list it for a little bit of a higher price than what you acquired it for and flip it to make some money. Some ideas for products to sell, but definitely go back and check out session 1, because we covered a lot of stuff. So some additional tips on being successful as you go out and source, or you source online or go out. One is, conduct some market research, conduct a little bit of product or niche research before you get started. Because again, hopefully you're not just acquiring inventory willy-nilly, impulsively, spontaneously. The numbers matter, the data matters, the demand matters, the solution that this product solves matters. So just do a little bit of market research, and also do a little bit of product research and niche research. Next, you want to identify if you're going to go with wholesale suppliers, or you're going to go with online retailers, or online wholesalers, or warehouse, whatever that happens to be. Identify those reliable manufacturers and suppliers, those that have a good rating. As I said before, we're in session 1, we're looking for someone that's been in business for a while. I don't do business with anyone that hasn't been in business for at least 5 or more years. Some people will do 3. I'm looking for 5. I want to know their rating, not just the product that they're selling. So the product has its own rating, and the supplier may have their own rating as well. And so I'm looking for suppliers that have no less than a 4.5. And I'm also scanning the products that they sell to see what the ratings are on some of the products. If they have a lot of products that are like a 1 and a 2 and a 3, I'm not interested in doing anything with that supplier, okay? Because they don't care about quality and they're okay with the ratings that they're getting. But if I have a supplier that's been in business for over 5 years, a lot of the products that they sell are a 4-star or above, then I'm interested in sourcing products from them because they've been around for a while. I'm reading their reviews. I also read the negative reviews if they're available to me. Okay. Negotiate the price or payment terms. A lot of them, you're going to have to just pay it, like, period. But there may be some that if you're ordering in a large enough quantity, large enough bulk, that you can set up payment arrangements. So they'll ship so much and then you're paying for that. And then once you get the money, your cash flow is opened up because the item sold, then you can buy more. So maybe they'll hold for a period of time, or they will automatically ship after X number of days. I would test any products that you're potentially going to sell, especially if it's something that you're going to invest a lot of money in. If you're just sampling different things and you've not committed to a specific brand or product or niche, then getting samples may or may not be beneficial. But if you're planning on making an investment, maybe you're going to take a product and white label it, or maybe you're going to customize it in some kind of way so that it can become your version of private label. Or, the supplier is willing to give you some kind of amazing, ridiculous deal for, the products that you're going to be selling or listing and selling for them. So if they're going to give you a ridiculous deal, yeah, okay. Might want to get a couple samples before you do any business with them. Always check on the quality control. That's so important. As you know, on Amazon, like if you are selling a product that has some high returns or a lot of complaints, Amazon is marking those now so that buyers beware. You don't want to be that person that has your product flagged as problematic or counterfeit or fake or whatever. So whatever quality control measures you can put in place, because in most cases, you don't own this product. You're getting it from a supplier, so you're relying on them and their legitimacy in order to make sure that you're not going to run into problems when you sell the product yourself. And I would also continually monitor whoever I'm doing business with, monitor their performance. If you get to a place where you want to automatically send the items directly into Amazon and let Amazon label and all of that other stuff, or Walmart, and you don't want to touch it anymore, that's great. But that's only after you've been doing business with that supplier for a while and you've seen their performance, you've seen the quality of their product, you've paid attention to what's been happening. And even then, every once in a while, you need to have a shipment sent directly to you so you can spot check and see what's going on, see what's what. Okay. All right. So a lot of the suppliers I'm going to mention today for the different platforms are suppliers that you could use on any of the platforms. And I do mean almost any. Like each one of these suppliers has something for everyone. So the first thing I'm going to say is arbitrage. Arbitrage, doing online arbitrage or retail arbitrage, selling those products back onto eBay. Awesome. There's so many arbitrage opportunities. And the number of stores that you can go out and acquire inventory is just so large. I went through a massive list of stores and that wasn't even, touching the surface. So again, you writing down the stores in your area will give you some ideas. You can go out, acquire those items at a deep discount or the lowest possible price, and then resell it on eBay. You can sell almost anything on eBay. You really can, almost anything. Items that you buy at thrift stores or garage sales, you can sell those things on eBay. A lot of people do a lot of flipping on eBay. They will buy things at thrift stores or they will buy things at garage sales. The things that will not, in most cases, not all, get you flagged on eBay are things that are not crazy, like having an extremely high price tag. eBay does have an authentication program to validate and verify those things that are considered high-end or premium products, high value products. So they're going to check the authenticity of any type of product that you list on eBay. When you're getting stuff from thrift stores, like always keep your receipts. When you're buying stuff from garage sales, keep your receipts or have a receipt written up so that if eBay wants to come back and ask you questions, you're listing this thing for $200 or $2,000, that at least there's some record. Now, will that always hold up for eBay? Like, there are times when they don't care. If you got it from a garage sale, like, you can't prove how that person acquired it. So you want to be mindful of that. The goal is to never, if possible, knowingly acquire stolen inventory. Okay. But trying to figure out where this item is coming from and list those things on eBay. Just be mindful of where you're getting your stuff, the garage sales you attend or go to, and the thrift stores that you go to on a regular basis. Because again, over the last 3 years, 4 years, there's been a lot of smash and grabs, unfortunately, and some of that stuff is showing up on eBay, not all the time, but some of the time, and that creates its own challenges. AliExpress, you can get items to sell on eBay from AliExpress, DHgate, Sale, Wholesale Central, Liquidation, and it's not just liquidation.com, like there's a whole bunch of liquidation. So again, you keep your purchase order or your invoice, anything that you buy, so that you have that record of how you acquired that particular thing. And Thomas Net. Those are all great stores. We're going to look at a couple of them real quick. If I can get out of this tool just for a second, let's see if we can get to it. So many fun things. Let me just move this down. Maybe it will work for me down there. So DHgate, sale, and liquidation. Now, when I say arbitrage, like you can also buy stuff like from Walmart and Target and flip it on eBay as well. So DHgate. So you can get an idea of what you'll see when you first log on to some of these websites. So for DHgate, as soon as I logged in, like this, automatically giving me a coupon, so I can get that coupon cash back. But I'm going to X out of this because I just want you to be able to see some of the things that they show. They've got a big pink banner at the top, or a purple banner at the top, for 50% off. They've got DHgate has been around for years. I would consider them sort of a wholesaler to the wholesaler, probably kind of company, or wholesaler to the wholesaler to the wholesaler. So their prices are not at the lowest possible price that you could potentially get them for. You're probably going to be able to find some things a little bit lower at other places, but they do have some quality products, and you can see that they're doing 50% off. So you can go through this list and kind of see what the products are. You'll go through the process. You can establish an account with them and begin the process of sourcing inventory with them. They look and feel in a lot of ways similar to what you see on Alibaba and AliExpress. And like I said before, their prices are not always 100% the lowest. So you want to be mindful of what to expect from a pricing standpoint. Before you make your first purchase, go do some research first and see what all of the price options are. And if they've got a great deal for the 50% off, I would say, test them as a supplier. So you can see they've got some flash deals here, and you can see some of their options that they have available to you. Okay. And I don't know that I would even say those are cheap enough. 30 Jumpmans. I feel like the prices could be lower, but that's okay. So in any case, you can check them out, see what kind of deals, and maybe test them. The next one is Sell. I feel like they do have decent prices. You can click on our products. So they have a directory, dropship, and education. So let me see if I can see anything. So they're not going to let me see any direct products because I have to go set up an account. Drop shipping, yeah, they're not going to let me see any direct products. You can get ideas and concepts about what they offer and how they offer it, but you're going to have to set up an account to be able to see anything. Okay. And then liquidation.com. On liquidation.com, and there's a few of the liquidation sites, you can actually see what it is that they're selling and you can make a purchase. So I live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. These are like locations I could drive up to if I wanted to, and maybe get my inventory directly from them. So Garland, Texas, definitely a location I can drive up to. And if you have some locations near you, might be worth the drive just to walk over there and see what they got going on. The other thing you'll notice about liquidation.com is that, you know, they got the government deals, all surplus deals, things that you can bid on. So you have a few different options when it comes to buying inventory. And if you have a lot of excess inventory, they give you the option to sell your products with them as well. There's going to be some stuff you're going to have to go through to be able to sell, but you can see some of the products if you want to buy those items directly from them and have them shipped to you, or you want to drive up and pick them up, save yourself some of the shipping fees. Like I could drive up to Garland and get some of this inventory that they have listed. So liquidation is always an option. So you can go and check out all of these stores, these sites, and see what you can find. And again, don't forget for eBay that arbitrage is definitely one of those options. Okay, so now the next we have Etsy. So Etsy, there's a lot of different options. Arbitrage is also an option for selling on eBay because of the fact you can sell a lot of crafts related stuff. Tuesday Morning is going out of business. They're going to be doing some massive liquidations. You could sell a lot of the stuff that they have at Tuesday Morning, or some of the stuff that they have, not all of it. On Etsy, there are other stores. I can't remember the other store that was a competitor to Joann Fabrics, but there was another fabric store that just escapes me at this point. But again, they had things, different craft stores. So there was Michael's, and then there was MJ Designs many years ago. I'm dating myself. And so again, when they went out of business, Michael's is still here, but when the other one went out of business, you could get inventory. So arbitrage is always an option on Etsy. You also can do a bunch of print on demand on Etsy. You can make your own stuff if you want to, the products that you want to sell. You can also acquire inventory from Alibaba. So if you want to buy art supplies, or you want to get paint supplies, or you want to get markers, or all of the different craftsy related things, you can definitely buy it directly from Alibaba, work directly with one of the manufacturers and try to get it for the lowest possible price. So if I wanted to do art picture frames, sorry. I actually did this research because my son was working on a project at one point. So if I go after picture frames, you can see some of the pricing for the picture frames. And you can see, you know, that you could potentially get it for a discounted price. These are cute. I like those. Okay. So it's just, you know, there's all kinds of options. And yes, you can sell frames on Alibaba. You can sell all kinds, on Etsy. You can sell art supplies. So you can sell swatches and yarn and things like that. So I'm just going to do yarn to crochet. And you can see what kind of deal you can find for yarn. And then for some of you, you didn't know that Etsy wholesale exists. So if you just do a search for Etsy wholesale, you'll find that Etsy wholesale is actually on Etsy's website. Dun, dun, dun. And so again, getting inventory and bulk supply directly from Etsy to sell back onto Etsy, there you go. Same thing with, you know, other things. So you can get in bulk things, and then you can resell them back on Etsy, or sell them on other platforms, sell them on your Shopify store, sell them wherever. But again, there's a whole wholesale market that exists on Etsy where you can buy things in bulk. All right, so next is Amazon. Again, all the same suppliers that we looked at for eBay apply to Amazon, yes. And here's some more. So we've got Wholesale to Be. They've been around for a long time. Sprocket, Wholesale to be. Now, Spocket is probably more one for Shopify, but we'll pull them up. We've got Doba, and we got Worldwide Brands and Entertainment Earth. So let me do Entertainment Earth, and I don't remember the other one. I said it, wholesale deals, Worldwide Brands. Okay. Worldwide Brands. Okay. Okay. So direct wholesaler and drop shipper. In addition to Entertainment Earth, you can get all kinds of toys and goodies to be able to list and sell on Amazon. So the great thing about, going to some of these suppliers is the fact that you can get that invoice and submit it to Amazon and use that as a way to get ungated. If you order 10, a minimum of 10, sometimes it's 15 or 20. Amazon is so weird, but the majority of the time it's 10. If you order enough in quantity and submit that invoice or purchase order, that can help you to get approved and or ungated. There will be some that you will have to become a distributor for that particular brand. But outside of that, like, you can use some of these wholesale suppliers to be able to source inventory to put onto Amazon. So let me get out of this. I did not mean to. There we go. I didn't want to log in. There's a bunch of different, as you can see, Amazon dropship on Amazon, but you can see they've got Shopify, they've got all these different options. And once you create a wholesale to be account, you'll be able to see their awesome directory. And they do have a nice directory of products that you can choose from. So you'll be able to see those products by creating your account and going in and looking at it from there. Okay. Oh, and then we looked at Entertainment Earth. We did wholesale to be, and then we have Worldwide Brands. So Worldwide Brands, it's got a list of wholesale directories. And they also have the option, for drop shippers. So you can drop ship on Amazon. You just have to do it the right way. You have to do it the right way. So you need to set up an account so that you can get in. And then once you set up an account, you'll be able to log in. Now, I can't remember if Worldwide Brands is one of those that it's a paid membership or not. That I don't remember. I think it's free. I haven't logged in a while. I created an account like maybe 4 years ago. I feel like it was 4 years ago. But in any case, they do have a wide variety of products that you can use to source to sell on Amazon. So again, use all of the same list that's on eBay and then add these to the mix. And again, this is not all of the possible suppliers. This is just a small sampling of the potential suppliers that you could source from. Then we have Walmart. So the great thing about Walmart is most people don't even think about this. You could source from Walmart to sell onto Walmart. Yeah. There's a lot of products that are not on Walmart.com, let alone not on Walmart.ca. And you can source them directly from Walmart, doing arbitrage, either online or retail, and then put them back on Walmart.com. You can also use all of the same suppliers from eBay and all of the same suppliers from Amazon to be able to source products to sell onto Walmart. So Walmart is one of its own suppliers, believe it or not. Arbitrage, and then you've got Mega Goods, Global Sources, Sunrise Wholesale, Banggood. So let's go look at a couple of these. We've got Banggood and we've got Mega Goods. All right. So
I love you, Mama.
I love you too, Nicholas.
Mama?
Yes, I'm teaching right now. What's going on, buddy? Okay. All right. So with Bangoods, it looks and feels.
Oh, it's fun, Mama.
Okay, Nicholas. It looks and feels similar to DH Gate, and also there's another site, Alibaba and AliExpress. It looks and feels similar to AliExpress and DH Gate. Then you got Mega Good, Mega Good, you've got all kinds of products that are available to you to be able to source and sell. You can see that they've got a lot of toys, of course, at least that's what's showing up immediately. But they've got, audio, car stuff. They've got stuff for the kitchen. They've got stuff for DVD, headphones. Headphones are such a big thing. Alarm clocks, bar stools, like they have a lot of products. And so with Mega Goods, you can come through and look at their information. You will have to create an account in order to gain access to some of the more detailed information. So you can use all the same suppliers for Amazon, eBay, and Walmart. I will say there will be some that are on eBay, like thrifting and garage sales. I would not use those to sell on Amazon or Walmart, of course, but I would use all the other suppliers that are listed on the eBay slide. You can always go back and look at the replay. Then we've got Shopify. So Shopify, there's a long list, but there's a lot of some of the same suppliers that are listed on Amazon and on eBay and on Walmart you can use to source products on Shopify. So we're going to go look at Doba. And Doba is one of the stores, and you got, drop ship direct. So we can go look at that too. So Doba and drop ship direct. And then there's so many stores, so many different places. Drop ship direct. Direct drop ship, direct drop shippers. I'm looking for drop ship direct. So I'm not going to find it. On Facebook, I see drop ship direct. Gotta find, drop ship direct. That's weird that they didn't just, okay, sending me somewhere else. Not doing this. Okay, so I don't know what's going on with their site, so I'm gonna go somewhere else. All right, so we've got Doba that I mentioned before. And Doba is a great one to use for products to sell on Shopify. So if you need to fill your Shopify store, you can do that. I'm trying to remember, there's so many stores that you can source for Shopify. I have another slide of Shopify stuff. Cannot believe that's a couple of them. Hold on just one sec. I'm going to go up and look at what I had before. Yeah, I'm not seeing the one that I'm looking for. Okay. So, fair. Oh gosh, I know it. The name of the store escapes me. I cannot remember the name of the store. Fair something? Is it fair or is it something else? Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, it is fair. So this is one that you can definitely use to source products to sell on your Shopify store if you're going to sell on Shopify. And again, a lot of the same suppliers that you have on the eBay list, the Amazon list, the Walmart list, the same ones that you can use for your own direct Shopify store. So if you're still saying, I don't know where to get this inventory, I don't know where to find this, I don't know whatever, it's like Nicole just gave me a bunch of lists. So eBay, again, arbitrage is always a good one. You've got thrift stores, you've got garage sales, and those are always good ones for flips. And if it is vintage, or if it's a collectible, you can sell vintage on Etsy and you can sell collectibles on Amazon and Walmart, but it has to, you need to make sure that it really is what it is. eBay does have an authentication program for anything that is high end or the price is high. So if you're going to do thrifting and garage selling, I would suggest, staying below the $50 mark for whatever you're going to list the item from. Try to maybe get it for $4 or less and sell it for $25 or to $50. Okay. That way your margins are fantastic. And you want to make sure it's something that's in demand, or you can specialize in the niche. There are some people that sell on eBay and all they sell are jeans, or all they sell are jewelry. So you can decide what it is you want to focus on once you start doing that level of research. Etsy, again, the print on demand sites are always good ones. And then you have some other ones, and Etsy has its own wholesale. So you could source from Etsy wholesale and list it on some of the other platforms as well. Don't forget, Amazon also has a handmade platform for Amazon Handmade. So if it's something that you're deciding that you're going to make yourself, you can sell your stuff on Amazon Handmade. You're going to have to go through the approval process, but print on demand stores, always the first thing. And then you've got arbitrage. You can do some arbitrage. Don't forget about different types of stores where you could get that inventory for dirt cheap and then relist it on Etsy. And then you can go with several wholesale suppliers. You can look at some of these wholesale suppliers, or you can look at Etsy wholesale. Amazon, again, arbitrage never goes wrong. I mean, the thing you have to remember about arbitrage is that if you're buying a brand, you have to be approved to be able to sell that brand. You have to just keep that in mind. You have to be approved to be able to sell that brand. Wholesale to be is a good one. Global Source is a good one. Worldwide Brands, Jobster Direct. I don't know what's going on there, so I have to go look that up. Doba and Spocket, and I'm thinking there's one more that they are also good for Shopify. Wholesale deals, Essential Wholesale, and Entertainment Earth, like if you're looking for toys and things like that, always a good one to source. Then Walmart, selling from Walmart onto Walmart. So sourcing from Walmart is a good one. Same ones that are on the list for Amazon and eBay, minus the thrifting and the garage sales. And then other arbitrage from any other store, because there's so many other retail stores. Mega Goods, Global Sources, Sunrise, Banggood, Sphere. Sphere has a lot of toys, just like Entertainment Earth does. So you can get your approval to be able to sell different types of toys, especially this is a good time to start applying now. This is a good time to start buying that inventory, a minimum of 10 to 15 from Sphere and also from Entertainment Earth, so that your approval is in place for Q4. This is the best time to do that. So if you're going to do it now. And then Shopify has so many different suppliers, a lot of the same ones for eBay, Etsy, and Walmart. Sorry, eBay, Walmart, and Amazon. You can use those for Shopify, and then there's so many more. So check the list out and go create accounts with some of them. You can go see what products they have available and decide what it is you want to sell. Now, product research, again, we did not do a deep dive, but here's another smattering of so many different stores that you could use to go do more product sourcing, not necessarily product research, but product sourcing. Now, if you want to do product research, you can create an account with eCom Hunt. You can create an account with Spocket. You can also sign up for or receive or install some of the Chrome extensions that are out there that will help you with product research. If product research is your Achilles heel, you can do that. You can also sign up for our arbitrage list. We give away or sell 50 arbitrage leads list every single week. It's a fresh list every week, and you get products that have no less than a 30 to 35% ROI and higher. In most cases, the average ROI is over 100%. So they're organically sourced, does not match all of the same ones that you're going to find on Helium 10 and Jungle Scout and OAX-Ray and Tactical Arbitrage, because anyone who has those subscriptions, everybody's getting the same list. Our list is not sourced 100% from that, which makes it a whole lot fresher, and you get a different set of eyes to look at that. So get the Chrome extensions if you're struggling with product research, or you can sign up for the arbitrage leads list. And as an Academy member, I hope that you are using the 10 arbitrage leads that you get every single week as an Academy member. You can use them within that list of products. If you go source them, Some of them will become your steady eddies. Some of them will become your reoccurring income. Some of them will become that product that is a replenishable or consumable from that 10 arbitrage leads list. So if you are an Academy member and you get 10 leads every single week, you're getting 520 lead ideas. And of those 520 lead ideas, probably at least 20% of those could become your baseline income just for being an active Academy member. And when I say baseline income, these are things that sell over and over again, which create recurring income for you. So I'm just saying 20% of 520. So you don't have to have a large number of products to be able to generate or create recurring income for yourself. So some do's and don'ts when it comes to sourcing. One, I do suggest that you definitely do some research to identify potential suppliers, manufacturers that have high quality and competitive, high quality products at competitive prices. You definitely need to do that research. This is not necessarily the product research, just doing some research about the suppliers that you potentially are going to create accounts with, because there are so many. And don't forget that you do also get your 10 wholesale leads list every single week as you're an active Academy member. That means you get 520 wholesale suppliers every year if you're an active Academy member. And all you need to do is apply with 5 of them. If you do, let's just say you do 1 a week. If you apply with 1 of them a week, if you have to get a wholesale account and they approve you, then that is 52 wholesale accounts. That's a game changer. That increases your ability to sell a variety of different products. Even when a specific area gets saturated, you can move, you can pivot so much easier. So make sure that you are opening your email for the wholesale list every single week, because that's going to give you a bunch of great leads. Negotiate the pricing and payment terms if you need to do that. Not all the platforms even give you the opportunity to even negotiate pricing and payment terms. I'm just going to tell you. But there are some that will. And so you want to negotiate that, especially if you're working with a manufacturer. Like if you're going to Alibaba and they are the direct manufacturer, then you have a little more potential negotiating room if you know how to talk. So just putting it out there. Make sure you have some quality control measures in place so that there's no surprises if the quality goes bad for some of the products that you're sourcing and selling. Monitor your product performance on a regular basis, just to make sure that it is still doing well, just to check to see the competitors are still there. Some of your products will have ebbs and flows where they will have a boatload of sellers on that same, selling that same product, and then for a season, and then they will just move on. Where if you stick with it, this could be a product that becomes, again, part of your regular recurring income. Diversify your products. That would be good to have a variety of different products that you choose. So maybe you have 50 main products that are part of your bread and butter, that are your recurring income, but you've got a list, you got to source and list in order to figure out which ones do you think are going to be your bread and butter, even if other sellers jump on the listing. And there might, in the middle of this, you might uncover some potential private label opportunities and or white label opportunities as you do this research. The don'ts: don't rush into sourcing any sourcing agreement with anybody. If they're forcing you to do that, then you probably want to pray about it and give it a side eye. Just go at your pace, because at the end of the day, it's your business that's going to be in jeopardy or that's going to benefit from it. Don't rely on a single supplier. Again, mix and match. As usually I said, you get a wholesale list every Friday. And so use that 52 suppliers available. That's not even 52, it's 520. So if you apply for 1 every single Friday, then you could have potentially 52 suppliers available to you. So definitely. Don't compromise on the quality. If you see the ratings are bad, don't mess up your account. The health of your account, don't deal with a whole bunch of returns. Like if you have that kind of money that you can handle that many returns, like that'd be crazy. And then don't overlook the importance of legal agreements or contracts to protect your business. If you're going to have somebody customize a product so that it can be private label or branded to you, make sure you have agreements in place to be able to do that and that you don't run into any problems. Okay. So Your activity for today is to go and look at some of the sites that I mentioned. I gave you a long list. We looked at a couple of them ourselves. Go create some accounts with some of the suppliers. Go review their catalog. Search through their clearance section, also their sales section, and research what their requirements are. Some of them will require you to have a membership account. Some of them will require to be a paid membership account. Some of them will just say, hey, just create an account and log in and look at the catalog. And some of them may have a minimum order quantity or a threshold, like we're starting at $1,000 and we don't go below that. So they don't want to deal with smaller buyers. So you want to be mindful of those options. So I hope this information is helpful. I hope you use it to help you on your e-commerce journey. This is Nicole Whitlock with eCom Sellers. Please come back and watch this video again. Also check out part 1 so that you can use both of them together to source your products that you're going to be selling on the different platforms that you happen to be selling on, and to make smart sourcing decisions. And with that, we're going to say goodbye for now. Bye, y'all.